Hi, this is Shantanu Ray Chaudhuri, and a warm welcome to Cinemaazi Studios Editor Social.
Oh, my soul's joy.
Today, we have with us the A team of Abyakto: Arpita Chatterjee, Anubhav Kanjilal, and first-time filmmaker Arjunn Dutta. After a glorious festival run, the film releases in theatres on 31st January. The film's leads and the director discuss the making of this complicated, emotionally wrenching story of the relationship between a mother and son. So Arjun, just over a year film release, prothom dekhechi ami, and theatrical release coming up. Doesn't say much about the quality of state of quality films in India, does it? That a film like Abyakto takes this long to get a theatrical release?
অনেস্টলি আমার কিন্তু যখন ছবিটা কনসিভ করেছি বা তৈরি করার পর আমাদের কিন্তু প্ল্যানই ছিল একটু কিছুদিন পরেই থিয়েট্রিক্যাল রিলিজ করবো একটা ফেস্টিভ্যাল রান হওয়ার পর। তো ইট ওয়াজ প্ল্যান বাট ইট গট ডিলেড। এতটাও ডিলে হবে
planned like that? Is it normally planned like that?
না, বাট আই ওয়াজ লাকি দ্যাট ওয়ে বিকজ মাই প্রডিউসার এগ্রিড টু ইট অ্যাকচুয়ালি। বিকজ আমি ওরমভাবেই পিচ করেছিলাম প্রজেক্টটা যে বিকজ অবব্যাক্ট ইজ এ কাইন্ড অফ প্রজেক্ট যেটার জন্য একটু ফেস্টিভ্যাল রানটা দরকার ছিল। অ্যান্ড ইট ওয়াজ মাই ডেবিউ ফিচার ফিল্ম। অবব্যাক্টে যেরকম কনসেপ্ট, যেমন কাস্ট বলো বা যেটা আমি চেয়েছিলাম একটু ফেস্টিভ্যালে যদি ক্লিক করে, তো আই হ্যাভ বিন লাকি। অল হ্যাভ বিন লাকি অ্যাকচুয়ালি। সো ইন দ্যাট ওয়ে অবব্যাক্তোর একটু আমি প্ল্যান ছিল বাট এতটা ডিলে হবে ভাবিনি। তো মিনওয়াইল ফেস্টিভ্যাল রান ভালোই হচ্ছিলো, তো আমরা প্ল্যান করেছিলাম এই মিড 2019 রিলিজ করবো, বাট ইট গট ডিলেড অ্যান্ড ফাইনালি উই আর রিলিজিং ইট অন 31st Jan 2020.
What made you opt for this subject as a debut film?
Actually, I have always been intrigued by interpersonal relationship, and my first film I wanted to tell a story that is very close to my heart. So I have been very close with my family, especially with mother influence to my life khub chilo since my childhood. Grandmother, mom, mashi, jethima. So I grew up with them. So kind of আমার খুব intrigued করতে interpersonal relationship গুলো, but when I was writing the story, it was কি বলবো অর্গানিক্যালি গল্পটা এসছে। তা মনে হলো আর এই ছবিটাতে অবব্যাক্ততে কিছু সোশ্যাল এলিমেন্টস, খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট সোশ্যাল এলিমেন্টস উইথাউট নট বিং প্রিচি খুব ভালোভাবে ব্লেন্ড করা হয়েছে। মানে ব্লেন্ড করে
It goes beyond just the interpersonal family relationships. So that is what is otherwise mother and son we have had, and it's a that for even a debut filmmaker.
Makes different, that what makes different Abyakto from other. এটা আমার মনে হয়।
Weren't you afraid you were taking too much of a risk with a debut concept like?
Actually আমি না এত প্ল্যান করিনি। I was writing a story, and first of all আমি কোনো একটা ছবি বানাতে গেলে I have to be convinced myself. First I have to be confident about the project. আমার নিজেকে কনভিন্স করতে I want to make this film. আমার নিজের 100% belief, 100% confidence থাকতে হবে। So I thought I want to tell this story and the way it is. তাই আমি কোনোভাবে কোনো অল্টার করবো না, কিছু করবো না। I'm very lucky I got my producer যে মানে বিশ্বাস করে সাবজেক্ট, and thanks to Arpita di for saying yes, Anubhav, Adil sir. So yes.
Coming to, because we have Arpita and Anubhav with us, what was the thought behind casting of the film? What was it that about Arpita or about Anubhav
Actually, when I wrote the character of Shathi, the mother in the film, one of the main protagonists, so I always had someone যে এক্সক্লুসিভ। আমার কাছে I had this thing, when first I wanted someone exclusive যাকে আমি সচরাচর দেখি না, স্ক্রিনে অনেকদিন ধরে দেখছি না। তো I had this thing in mind, I wanted someone different. তো অর্পিতা দির আমি কাজ দেখেছি, আর আমার মনে হচ্ছে অর্পিতা দির কিছু কিছু ফিল্মসে কিছু কিছু সিনস আমার খুব পাওয়ারফুল লেগেছে আমার পার্সোনালি, যেমন উৎসব, অসুখ, চিত্রকর, চরাঙ্গা, মেনি আছে, বোধন। তো আমার কোথাও মনে হচ্ছে অর্পিতা দির না মনে হচ্ছে যা পোটেনশিয়াল আমার আরও ট্যাপ করা উচিত। মানে আই থট দ্যাট ওয়ে। তো আই থট দ্যাট শি হ্যাড গট দ্যাট ওই ভলকেনো অফ ট্যালেন্ট, এটা বেরোচ্ছে না, ইরাপ্ট হচ্ছে না। তো আই থট দ্যাট এই ক্যারেক্টারটা অর্পিতা খুব ভালো জাস্টিস করবে। আর আমার মনে হচ্ছে অর্পিতা দি দ্য ওয়ে শি পিকস আপ ফিল্মস, মানে খুব গুছিয়ে গুছিয়ে, এমন না যে ভোর ভর্তি কাজ করে যাচ্ছে। তো তার খুব সিলেক্টেড কাজ করে, তো ওটা আমার একটা রিজন ডেফিনেটলি ছিল অর্পিতা দি। আর একটা যে মেইন রিজন, বিকজ দ্য ক্যারেক্টার সাথী দুটো টাইম ইয়েতে দেখানো হয়েছে, তো একটা একটা আর্লি 30, একটা আর্লি 50s, তো ইন দ্যাট কেস মানে সেই জায়গায় অর্পিতা দি দুটোতেই খুব ভালোভাবে ফিট ইন করে যায়। তো দ্যাট ওয়ে তো অর্পিতা দি অ্যান্ড ডেফিনেটলি ফর হিস্ট্রনিক্স, মানে অভিনয় নিয়ে তো আর কিছু বলবো না।
Arpita, what was it about the script that sort of made you say, yes, this is something I'd like to do? Basic একটা core কিছু element in the script that...
I have never played before two ages. So of course, it's very, very challenging for any actors. সেটা আমার জন্যে খুব চ্যালেঞ্জিং ছিল, and I love to take challenges because in that way an actor grows.
The two ages যেটা রিপ্রেজেন্ট করছে সাথীর ক্যারেক্টারটা, ইয়াং টাইমে একটা সবসময় একটা এক্সপ্লোসিভ, একটা ফায়ারি ব্যাপার আছে, আর elderly it's a resigned sort of, she's accepted that she has lost out on certain things in life. How difficult was it to manage that within the, and what in terms of inputs from the director kirom chilo, was it something instinctive or was Arjunn sort of directing you in a certain manner?
Whenever I play a character, I take influence and elements from real character. Because I'm not a trained actor with a or a certified actor from any acting school. No, I'm not. So in that way, I'm not illiterate actor without any certification that I should be an actor. No, technically, I'm saying that yeah. So what I do then, I'm an observer. I keep observing characters, people. কেন কি ফিল্ম ইজ হোয়াট, ফিল্ম তো রিয়েল হিউম্যান বিংয়ের কথা বলে, সোসাইটির কথা বলে, আমাদের কথা বলে, আমাদের লাইফের কথা বলে, ইস্যুসগুলো আমাদেরই ইস্যুস, এটা তো কোনো ইউটোপিয়ান ওয়ার্ল্ড থেকে কিছু আসে না। সো আমি রিয়েল ক্যারেক্টার যখন যেখানে যাই দেখি এগুলো সব আমার ব্যাংকে থাকে, অ্যান্ড ওয়েন এভার ইট ইজ নিডেড আই জাস্ট টেক থিংস ফ্রম দ্যাট ব্যাংক অ্যান্ড আই ট্রাই টু পুট soul to that character. Of course, Arjuনের briefing, Arjuনের সাথে discussions সেগুলো নিশ্চয়ই হেল্প করেছে আমাকে, বাট লার্জলি আমি নিজে এইভাবেই প্রিপারেশন নিই সবসময়, এটার ক্ষেত্রেও তাই হয়েছে।
আমি যখন সিনেমাটা দেখছিলাম তখন আমি টাইম অ্যান্ড এগেন তোমার ক্যারেক্টারের অ্যাংস্ট এগেনস্ট দ্য ক্যারেক্টার প্লেড বাই আদিল, আমার বারবার কেন যেন এটা মনে হচ্ছিল যে নর্মাল কোর্সে মেবি ইউ আর হ্যাভিং অ্যান অ্যাফেয়ার অ্যাট দ্য sometime in the back. Did that sort of come to your mind also when you were reading it for the first time?
There are some very intriguing, interesting, mysterious elements in the film which I'm certainly not going to reveal now because 31st Jan এটা রিলিজ হচ্ছে, সো থিয়েটারে গিয়ে অডিয়েন্সরা দেখবে এবং সেটা জানতে পারবে।
মোটিভেশন, ক্যারেক্টারের মোটিভেশনটা রাইট থ্রু দ্য ফিল্ম ইজ নট ভেরি laid out. Was that difficult?
That was the purpose.
Yeah.
That was the purpose of the script. That's the beauty of the script. That's the beauty of the script. Yeah.
Makes it so real.
Anubhav, you were coming into Abyakto from a really bad debut feature.
Thanks for saying that. Yes, Shantanu.
So
I'm glad you brought this up.
Yes, because it surprised me, you know, like in the sense your character and the layers to it surprised me so much. What was your gut feeling when you read the script for the first time about your character?
So I was very fortunate that Arjunn wanted to cast somebody new for the character, and the way it was written initially, it was originally it was so complex that by the time I got to read the script or hear the script from Arjunn, it was already very structured. So for me, when it was presented to me by Arjunn and Adverb, the entire project was very spelled out for me, which probably, as you mentioned, didn't happen in my first film because everything was very, the directors wanted me to do that, I did that. Here, thankfully, the director wanted me to do this, which turned out to be very good. So I got to play that. So already when a character is complex and it's spelled out to you, I think it's brought to your attention that this character has these layers and it is very subtly done and not on your face. So it helps an actor, I think.
Okay.
That my process is not very restricted. So I think because I'm so new, it helps me because if everything is spelled out for me.
Do you think you were in that sense a director's actor more than an instinctive one? Mane, to me, your
I
approach
feel-
to the role here?
I feel that if the character that is brought to me, if that character is well structured, it obviously helps any actor. If the director is not clear with his vision of what he wants me to do, I think it will be a little difficult for me at this point of. I'm being very honest and candid with you. I think it will be very difficult for me. I'm not that experienced that I can structure a character by my own
Okay.
at this point of my career. Yes.
Arjun, what was it that drove you to cast Anubhav as Indra?
অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমার যেটা মনে হয়েছিল অনুভবের সামওয়্যার আই ফেল দ্যাট অনুভব অ্যান্ড অর্পিতাদির সাথে কিছু একটু ফেসে কোনো রিজেমব্লেন্স আমার মনে হয়েছিল। সো আই ওয়ান্টেড সামওয়ান যে একটু ডিফারেন্ট হবে, নতুন হবে, একটু ডিফারেন্ট হবে, থিয়েটার ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড ছিল। তারপর ওর সাথে যখন বসলাম স্ক্রিপ্ট নিয়ে ডিসকাশন হলো, আর যে নুয়ান্সেসগুলো আমার দরকার ছিল, ইট ওয়াজ ভেরি ইন্টেলিজেন্ট, মানে বুঝছিল কোথায় কী দরকার, তো ওইটা আমার মনে হয়েছিল আর খুব ব্রাইট মনে হয়েছিল। তো ইয়া
Without giving away spoiler alerts, so if in the relationship between the mother and son, there's a lot of raw tension which we don't see in the normal course of a film.
Who says?
I say.
I do not agree. I refuse to agree that.
Acha, just
Because I'm a mother.
Huh.
I have a son. So it's absolutely there. Whatever.
Nah, cinematically it's not there. In our cinemas it's not there.
It's not there.
In other films.
Yeah.
The complexity is not seen.
This complexity is not seen. In real life it
But
is.
that
there.
is why this film is unique.
because when this beauty of Abyakto, the story is that it has tapped a relationship between a mother and son which has not been projected or displayed before in other films. Usually, in reality, it is that complex. I mean, in reality, we do behave like that, and we do have issues with our parents, and so do they. I mean, they do have issues. But I don't know why. I think it's more of a the reason I feel is that people don't want to show things that are uncomfortable for the viewers to watch. I think people don't want to take that risk to show something that is very uncomfortable for anybody to watch. And with Abyakto, Arjunn made it very simple so that people are watching and they know it that it's uncomfortable. But at the same time, they're like, कि हाँ but simple है तो सुन लेते हैं type से. हाँ. So it gives a very comforting yet very uncomfortable truth in front of them, which makes it so beautiful.
Arjun, how much of it was, how the relationship between the son and the father, that armchair scene of, how did I'm not saying armchair can be armchair in an
I know, I get it,
and any case you are publishing, you are going live only with the release of the film.
Shantanu loved the film, by the
Yeah.
way. He remembers every bit of it.
So where did those scenes come from? Like that armchair scene, the treasure box scene.
As I said, I've been very close to my family since childhood. I share a very special bond with each of my family members, be it my father, my mother, my dida, my grandmother. So I share a very special bond with each of them, and I'm very sensitive as a person, very emotional as a person. So I think that helped. খুব অর্গানিক্যালি এসছে, মানে আলাদা করে কোনো এফার্ট দিয়ে আমি করতে হয়নি অ্যাকচুয়ালি। I'm a person like that only, যে ছোটো ছোটো ইমোশনসগুলোকে ট্যাপ করতে ভালোবাসি। I
Because it
extract
felt
joy
very
from
real,
such
real.
small
It
emotions.
felt something that you had personally experienced maybe. Was that?
Yeah, definitely. Few তো দেখো যেরকম personality ওটা reflect করবেই স্ক্রিপ্টে। Yeah, the few things were there, but yes, again it came very organically actually.
Challenges of making a film like this. Like I'll come to the challenges of a performance also, but
Making a film is the
like
biggest
this.
challenge.
No,
Getting a producer.
a film like this where everything is unexpected, from the casting to the story to the denouement, everything is unexpected.
And I've been very lucky actually in that way, because I've been trying since 2013-14 I'm into many offices where they have fed me sandwiches and coffee and just tata bye bye kore diyeche. After 8 months, they have rejected my project. So, thanks to Adverb, I must take their name, Shudeep, Shomita, Pritam, Adverb team. Thanks to my producer Torun Dash, lovingly call him Totunda. So he really liked the concept. He had that belief in me. So, it's all thanks to my producer, Junior, at an unusual subject back korlo. Yeah.
And any particular inspirations which filmmakers, or which films you have seen that may have inspired you towards a film like this?
Actually, I'm
You've talked about both Bergman and Karan Johar being
I am a kind of a person who shob rokom chhobi dekhi. I have cried watching Kabhi Alvida Nayak and I watched Persona. I love Rishikesh Mukherjee films. I just love them. So, hoyto shob jagay theke hoyto kichu I've never been to any film school. Our master's put a different subject. I've done my master's in sociology, so it's put a different field. I have just watched films. I had these secret late night movie outings with my grandmother. So, who typical, and I wasn't exposed to quote unquote good films as in that way. So, I have watched different kind of films, and when I was growing up, I inculcate korichi eta. So yeah, definitely there have been many influences actually. Rituparna Ghosh. তারপর বার্ডম্যানের আমার ভীষণ ভালো লাগে কাজ, তারপর ঋষিকেশ মুখার্জি। তো ইয়া অনেকগুলো ইনফ্লুয়েন্সই কাজ করে, বাট এট দ্য এন্ড অফ দ্য ডে ইটস মাই স্টোরি। মানে ইনফ্লুয়েন্স থাকলেও ইট কেম অ্যাজ খুব অর্গানিক্যালি মাই পার্সোনাল লাইফ এন্ড অল সবটাই মিলিয়ে একটা তৈরি হয়েছে।
Arpita, in a sort of in all the roles he mentioned, which played a part in him of casting you in the, do you think Abyakto is the best you have delivered so far? At least personally I think so, but do you think like in terms of
No doubt.
whatever, in terms of both the length and the depth of the character, this is right there at the
Please
top?
say yes. You should.
And why no
Do I have any option?
no you have the option.
No,
You
I
can
don't.
also-
Because if I don't agree with him, he will not cast me in his
He's
next.
already cast you in his next. He's already cast you in his next.
Like next to next.
Second best will be Guldasta. Her second best will be Guldasta again.
He's a possessive director. No, this is very difficult to measure, Januto, because
I know it's a
yeah,
stupid
because
question
we-
also, but I've got to,
I'm
I've
not
got to
saying
ask
that,
it. Yeah.
but I made you say that.
Yeah.
It's an interesting question to
No,
ask.
it's not interesting.
I mean, it's interesting how a person will answer this question. I
No,
think.
they're very simple because it's very difficult to answer because
very
it's very
difficult to
difficult to measure
Yes.
because
True.
an actor, I don't know about others, but I'm not satisfied ever. I mean, given another chance to reshoot the entire film, maybe I will deliver better. Another chance, better.
Okay.
So it's really, really difficult, Shantanu, honestly speaking. But as a professional actor, I try to give my 100%. If not to 100%, that's for sure. My honesty, my dedication is there since my first film to Abyakto and
Any particular scene that you would like to talk about, which really?
খুব শক্ত ছিল জানো তো last scene, of course. No, two scenes I will say. One is when she got exposed to that mystery factor, which I'm not definitely going to reveal. So her reaction, which I remember that she was not happy with that. I mean, we did it. I mean, two, 3 times, maybe 4 times. It's a very short. In
It just comes for 5 seconds. I
yeah,
guess.
in terms of
Exactly.
duration,
4 to 5 seconds,
it's just a
actually,
5
the scene.
seconds actually
It's very
on
crucial,
screen.
very crucial.
So that was only expression. So that's always difficult. No dialogue, nothing, only expression. It's a big close, tight close-up. So he was not happy. So first time no, second time no, third time no. So it's bad. So এটা একটা ছিল, and second was the last scene, the climax scene when both sort of getting
Reconciliation,
together, reconciliation. So that is something. And in the sense which they thought, my director and their team thought that it might be very difficult when I was breaking down. But nah, sheta amar jonno.
I have to say this breakdown scene. I need to mention this breakdown scene. So we were planning. There is a boro breakdown scene আছে filming, you know. তো এই টয়লেটে যেটা তো কি বলে ওই সিনটার আগে অ্যাকচুয়ালি উই ওয়ার প্ল্যানিং অন্য একটা সিন শুট করব তো আমি জাস্ট অর্পিতাকে বললাম ওই সিনটা লাইট একটু টাইম ইউ নো উই শট অব্যাকটে 9 days জাস্ট 9 days so you can understand সো অর্পিতাকে আমি জাস্ট কি অর্পিতা আমরা ওই সিনটা শুট করব আগে ওটা পরে করব আগে তোমার এই ব্রেকডাউন সিনে টুক করে মেরে দিই তো উই হ্যাভ দিস টুক করে মেরে দিই
শুটিং করতে হলে তো টুক করেই করতে হবে
টুক করেই করতে হবে তো অর্পিতাকে গিয়ে বলে অর্পিতা টুক 15 minutes তো অর্পিতা ঘর থেকে বেরোলে গেল বাট দ্য সিন ওয়াজ অ্যাবাউট টু সে গ্লিসারিন যে মেকআপ গ্লিসারিন দিয়েছে গ্লিসারিন নেই ওটা জল ছিল ইট ওয়াজন্ট গ্লিসারিন আমি অর্পিতাকে মনিটরে দেখছি খুব রেগে গেছি কি একটা বেশ বললো আমার কান অব্দি আসতো না কিছু একটা বললো বলে যা সরে যাও ওই মেকআপ ম্যানকে বললো সরে যাও তারপর আই থট ওটা হয়ে গেল স্ক্রুড হয়ে গেছে But not seriously, I was taken aback when the scene she performs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was one of the best breakdowns I've ever seen in Indian cinema. আমি খুব জোর গলায় বলতে পারছি এটা. She's just so good. I asked her যে I remember this thing. I asked her যে তুমি কি করে পারলে এটা গ্লিসারিন ছাড়া ওই ব্রেকডাউন তো she told me যে অনেকটা জীবন তো দেখেছি অনেক তুই ছোট তুই অনেকটা জীবন আমি দেখে নিয়েছি.
Anubhav, what about you? What was the toughest act of the whole? Right through, I could see you walking a very sort of thin line in terms of never going, sort of reining yourself in, and it always had the scope ki acha ami ekটু beshi kore jai. But you were drawing yourself in, you were holding yourself back. What was the toughest part of the toughest scene or the scene that really made you feel acha this is something I'm happy about 20 years down the line. This is something I'd like to revisit.
I'd like to mention two scenes here. One is the first scene of the film with Khea, because me and Arjun, we both were a little confused about how we're going to shoot that scene.
Okay.
Because the dynamics between me and Khea are Aditi are more of a mother and son dynamics only, like a boyfriend girlfriend, but they're more of a mother and son. So we've discussed that how much physical proximity we wanted to show there. And Arjun was a little, initially he thought of the scene as a very differently, but when later on we progressed and he was a little skeptic. So I was a little confused, and it was the first scene that I shot in the film. It was my first scene, also the first scene of the film. So that was a little difficult for me because I wanted to know that the first scene actually decides that how I'm gonna go with the characters. So it was a little difficult. The second most difficult scene, which is the most beautiful scene of the film, is me and the confrontation scene. Similarly, with that scene as well, it was designed at the script level a little differently. So that scene is difficult because
I would also say that scene fantastic in that scene.
It was difficult because Arjun, initially when he narrated the script, it was a little differently done. But then me and Arpita Di decided that we discussed that we'll do it a little differently. So we'll not move, and the entire aggression will be on her, but from a distance. So the distance is also there between the two characters, and the aggression is also there, and it is coming out, but it is not going very aggressive, keeping the character intact. So it was very layered, and 1 inch idhar udhar, and my
In that particular scene, Arpita is very intense. Shati is also very intense.
And Arpita Di's dialogues there, and she's very powerful. She's also breaking down. She's also
She's not. Yeah.
But, that it's very powerful. And also, now that you mentioned that, immediately after that we have a very difficult scene. I'm not mentioning the scene, but we have a very difficult scene to shoot. And we didn't have much time for that scene. And it was very tiring for both of us. And me being new, so Arpita Di was a huge help. And I'll tell you what happened. Arpita Di called me, and she was getting ready, and she said that, "Tu cigarette khash?" I said, "Yeah." "Tu khete parish?" I lighted a cigarette, and I was standing there, and Arpita Di is like, "Shon, তুই না এই সিনটা নিয়ে খুব একটা ভাবিস না, তোর যা মনে হচ্ছে করে যা, আমি তোকে রেসপন্ড করতে থাকবো."
That is what, exactly.
And That scene is so beautiful. I mean, everywhere. Recently, we went to Guwahati and everybody clapped that scene. In that particular moment, everybody started clapping. It was so beautifully done. It's so beautifully shot by Shubhrutim Bholjoyda. So it's tight, the tight frame, the two characters and the aggression, and it's beautiful. And thanks to Arjunn, Arpita Di is a very comfortable actor to shoot with. She's a sweetheart.
Arjun has the success in the festival circuit, the success in the. Has it made making your next film any easier in terms of getting the resources, getting the.
Yeah, definitely. ওটাতে একটা হয়েছে. I'm a bit closer to the main milieu as quote
Do
unquote.
you want to be into the main milieu?
The main milieu as in I want to make films যেখানে audience-ও cater করবে, at the same time I don't want to make. I want to, as a filmmaker, আমার মনে হয় we have some certain responsibilities. So I don't want to promote anything which is very regressive.
Yeah.
I don't want to name anybody, but there are films which are being very, very regressive and they are sweeping hits. But I don't want to make films like that. But I want to blend something, so social element, but not being preachy. But film is an entertainment medium. I'm very conscious about that. It should entertain also
So
at the end of the day.
how does Guldasta develop from Abyakto? If you.
Again, it came very organically. I had this story about these three women. Yeah. That discussed Guldasta with Arpita Di long time back actually.
Before Abyakto?
Yeah, but not during Abyakto and all. Had this story in mind quite some time. So again, yeah, Abyakto definitely it helped me because second venture is on producer pe ekটু হলেও help করছে. Again, Anubhav came into picture. They again helped me. তো ওখানেও রূপ প্রোডাকশন এন্টারটেইনমেন্ট অঙ্কিত দাস সুরেশ তোরানি they have produced Guldasta. In fact, they are the associate producer for this Abyakto also. Abyakto ওরাই রিলিজ করছে, ওনাদের হাউস থেকে রিলিজ হচ্ছে. Yeah, Guldasta was not difficult like Abyakto, but yeah, Guldasta আমার জন্য difficult because Abyakto was shot in this one.
Absolutely.
The
interiors were like.
Yeah, and it's my comfort zone. Abyakto actually is my comfort zone. Abyakto is my comfort zone. কারণ ওখানে একটা দুটো ক্যারেক্টার, বাট এখানে there are 6 main characters, 3 main protagonists, 3 character actors. The backing those 3 characters, 6 main characters, 6 main protagonists. অনেকগুলো লোকেশন and all. কি বলবো মানে ইয়ে ওয়াইজ ইটস বিগ দেন Abyakto, মানে বিগ অ্যাজ ইন আমি যদি স্পেস অনুযায়ী বলি, লোকেশন, কাস্ট এন্ড অল. তো ইয়েস, Abyakto থেকে
It's on a larger scale.
Larger scale actually.
Arpita, in terms of your character between Abyakto and Guldasta, how is Guldasta a challenge after Abyakto?
The way every character comes to me.
It's a challenge. So because আমি অর্জুনকে বলছিলাম before the interview began that somehow that X element in Abyakto, when I'm looking at the bites that I've heard of Guldasta, you're talking about a woman who is acha ghorelu and all, somebody who has some issues and all. How is that like Abyakto is different in a very, if I'm not sure I'm able to express it, but
Guldasta for that, no?
yeah,
Also.
no, but
Yeah.
your character in that, how challenging has it been vis-a-vis Abyakto?
The way I said that whatever character comes to me, it's challenging for me. It's never easy. But 2 things were difficult for me as far as Guldasta is concerned. One is that I have other actors next to me. So that's, of course, and they are so good. So that's, of course, that's a pressure. So I have to be as par, if not more. So because it's not for my only, because whatever films I do, I everything, every second, all the elements I think I consider thinking the good about the film, not me. Whatever I do, whatever I think, yeah, I don't believe in that theory that ki ami koto bhalo chilam, amar dikta thik holo kina, because I believe that if the film is good, we all are going to be beneficial. So if the 6 protagonists, if one protagonist is not as per, is or weaker or whatever, for whatever reason it didn't match up to others,
Then
the project is going to be affected, right? So that was there in my mind. So it's not always that onnora bhalo amake bhalo hote hobe. এটা না ম্যাচ করতে হবে, ইটস লাইক মিউজিক, ইউ হ্যাভ টু হ্যাভ দ্যাট tonality, tuning.
Yeah.
All the characters have to sing in a similar tune. Then only it is a good project, right? So one is very good, one is not so good. No, it doesn't work, right? So that was the challenge for me, because I was thinking that all the characters, everything should be in one flow, with one flow. Number one. Number two, whenever a character is not very audible, there are less dialogues.
Voluble na, মানে তোমার বলার নেই।
It's not verbal. Not at all. It's all about your facial expressions, eyes, gesture, body language, very subtle, small thing, and he loves that subtle things.
Yeah.
He's all about subtle. So that is something which is challenging every time. Whenever a character comes to an actor where there is you do not have dialogues, but you have to express everything. So it's a challenging.
Shathi speaks a lot.
Shadi speaks a lot. In
Guldasta,
Abyakto,
Shirupa. In Abyakto, Shathi speaks a lot, but in Guldasta, Shirupa একদম কথা বলে না।
doesn't speak much. And so he was trying to figure out some mannerism which will help a lot to come out Shirupa as a character, with her crisis, with her problem, with her goods, with her bads, whatever it is. So that again, thought,
Very
and
nicely.
I came up with
Very
something
nicely
which he
blended.
approved. So
খুব ভালোভাবে ব্লেন্ড হয়েছে ওটা। মানে অনুভব is also very different in
আমি সেটাই
Guldasta.
জিজ্ঞেস করছিলাম, গুলদস্তা we
but
keep hearing
Shantanu, you have to allow me to say one thing about Abyakto, is that about Adil. It's a very funny thing. It's a very funny thing which I love to say here. That Adil is not Bengali. Technically, he's not Bengali, and that was first time for me to interact with him. I knew of him, but I didn't know him. So I said, okay, Bengali noy. So sete first chala holo. Tar age because of his schedule, মানে আগে আসতে পারিনি, and যে আগে আমি চেয়েছিলাম যে আগে একটা interaction হতে, which didn't happen. So সেটের মধ্যে উনি একটা আলাদা ঘরে, it's all I said, oh my god, end of the day Adil Hussain. Okay. So I met him. I got into his room where he was sitting, and I just sort of fell in love. I said, oh my god, look at him, not as an actor but as a human being. I mean, okay, hang on, I'm falling in love. He's so good. And then I thought, okay, fine. As Arjunn said, that 9 days we completed the film. It was so intense. We all were very tired since morning to evening. And scenes after scenes, all the scenes were intense. So I got a bit tired. And one scene where Adil also there, I'm also there. অনেক ঝগড়াঝাটি কথাবার্তা, so অনেক ডায়ালগ ছিল, so আমার বাচ্চার সাথে ওর যে ইয়াং এজটা, so I took it a bit easy and light. আমি খুব প্রিপেয়ার হয়ে ডায়ালগস প্রিপেয়ার হয়ে যাইনি. I thought আদিলও ওখানে বসে বসে, বিকজ ওর তো বাংলাটা ইজ নট ভেরি গুড উইথ বাংলা ডায়ালগস, সো ও প্রিপেয়ার করে ততক্ষণে আমি করে নেব. So that was my plan. And I hit the floor. Not well prepared with the dialogues. And then, okay, rehearsal. I'm saying, no, to atkabe, parbe na, dekhi assistant ke takbe. So I went to kore nevo. And he was like flawless. I was like, oh my god. What the hell? I felt so ashamed that he's, and that was the first scene with him. And what kind of image that he got, that look at this professional actress, she's not prepared, he hit the floor. I mean, dialect jari na, okay, ha, tarpor bolo ki, and he's like coolly, calmly sitting and saying all the dialogues. I said, oh my god.
Just think about me, my first film directing Adil sir. I was petrified to the core
So
actually.
then আমি দেখলাম যে এখানে কোনো স্মার্টনেস দেখিয়ে লাভ নেই. I went to him, I said, I apologize. বললাম I'm sorry. আমি ভেবেছিলাম আপনি পারবেন না।
Oh, you said that?
I said that. যে আমার পারবেন না and I will take that advantage. আমি প্রিপেয়ার হয়ে আসিনি। I'm sorry. And he was being Adil. I mean, he's so
he's
cooperative.
such a good soul, such a
And
good
you,
soul.
so that was a hilarious thing. I mean, that was a huge learning from me. আমি আর কোনোদিন নাও প্রিপেয়ার হয়ে আমি আসবো না।
But Adil sir saying yes to this project খুব হেল্প করেছে,
And
enhance the
another
project.
thing which I must
Despite
say,
being a very sort of limited role in
Yeah,
terms
but
of
he's
very important
very
role,
important.
he's the
One
crux
the
of the
most-
film.
Yeah, he's the crux of the film.
that's the main
Absolutely.
crux of the and another thing is that which I mean I got just mesmerized and I learned also that you know what happens that when we give solo shots, so of course we are reacting against some person, whatever he said, whatever the way he reacted, I'm just reacting to that by saying dialogues or any other expressions. But most of the time what happens that it's his solo shots and I'm not there. I mean obviously camera is only focusing on him, so so the other character is not there, so cue deva bole, so the real character is not there, and most of the time what happens we don't know that how that person will talk or will react,
Yes.
because my reaction is against that, so I have to know, but most of the time we don't know, so we are saying pretending that he's sitting or whatever he's doing or what in whichever way they will react, and we are reacting, and after that again his or her solo shot pretending that I am sitting or doing whatever. But I learned from him that whenever this cue, it's not a scientific way to do. So that person, maybe the camera is not on him or her, but to give the cue, the character should be there.
I told you
And it helped so much, and I learned. I said,
Off camera, he was always present.
always there.
not only with Arpita, with
Yeah,
Anubhav, with the
that's
kid
what I'm
also,
saying. That
everybody.
I learned. So far, I never got that opportunity to even learn that thing. This didn't hit me, and it's a huge learning. And I realized that again that performance is a 10 folds better, and again it helps the film.
Yeah.
So here, so all this stupid stardom and all, okay, it's his shot, okay, I'm going to Vanity Van. It doesn't work in that way. Come on.
Exactly. That's an
So
interesting
hats
point.
off to Adil, missing you and love you always.
So thank you. All the best.
Thanks to you.
Thank
All
you.
the best
Thank
on
you,
your
Shantanu.
31st January, and there won't be any spoiler alerts. We'll take
No,
care
no,
of
no,
that.
thank you. I must say thank you to you
Actually, I've been supporting
and all of your associates to support
we
a
are
director like Arjunn, a film like Abyakto. Thank you so very much
Thank you.
from
My
all of
pleasure.
us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.